When you start prioritizing your health and making it a priority, you will fit it in wherever you need to, and you will stop making excuses for yourself. Because for me, I found that I was constantly making excuses for the fact that I just didn't have time to exercise. I just don't know how to fit it in. I just don't know where to start. And you just really have to move your body and start. Hi friends! So we are at day 77 of me exercising every single day. Okay, I'm closing my rings every day. For those that don't know what I mean when I say closing my rings, I have an Apple Watch, and on the Apple Watch comes like a fitness tracker on the watch where it tracks your heart rate, your movement, your steps, everything like that. And so when I say I close my rings, that means I made my goal every single day. So that means I exercised for a certain amount, I moved my body for a certain amount to burn a certain number of calories, and I stood for a certain amount of time. Like they call them stand hours. So if you're curious, my goal is to burn 710 calories a day, to exercise for 30 minutes a day, and to have 12 standing hours, which means I have to stand up and move for at least 1 minute every hour for 12 hours. They don't have to be consecutive. They could just be 12 hours. And we are on day 77. Okay. You guys thought I was doing something at day 50. Okay. When I last updated you guys, man, I'm feeling really good. So a lot of you guys asked like what I was eating, how I'm doing this every single day, how do I fit it in, and I kind of filmed what I eat in a day, and I also share what I exercise, how, like when I exercise during the day. But before we get into what I eat in a day and how I'm fitting in my exercise and everything like that, I'd like to thank Factor for sponsoring today's video. Most of you guys know or are familiar with Factor because I've been working with them for so long. Honestly, it's such a time saver for me, especially lunches with my husband and I. We both work from home, and so it's just so easy to have those Factor meals right there in my fridge, always fresh. Pop it in the microwave 2 minutes and you have a delicious meal that is portioned correctly and has this macros that you need in there. They're dietitian approved. I really like Factor, and I like the fact also that they have all different types of meals from all different types of lifestyles. They have keto, they have paleo, they have vegetarian, whatever your lifestyle is, they can accommodate you. I love them so much. It's just really convenient to not have to like grocery shop and thaw out meat and cook for lunch. You're already doing that for dinner, and for me, I use it for lunch. Some people use it for dinner. Use it for however you need, just to take that mental load off. It's just really helpful to be able to know that you have some food that's delicious, that's fresh for your family, that comes, it doesn't come frozen at all, it just comes packaged like in a box that has like freezer packs on it. It's not frozen, so you can just pop it in the fridge, and then you pop it in the microwave when you're ready to eat it, and it's done. It's just my go-to lunch solution. It's super flexible. You can easily adjust the size of your order. It's just perfect. You know, it's just my go-to meal delivery service, and it just makes it so that you reach your goals easier. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code GIA50 to get 50% off of your first Factor box. Again, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code GIA50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. All right, so let's jump in and see what I eat in the day. I have 2 eggs in here and a little bit of heavy cream. I'm gonna make an omelet today for breakfast. I have about 3 or 4 mushrooms and some bell pepper, and I'm sauteing them in this olive oil. Here, this is the olive oil I use. I bought it from Walmart. And if I don't cook in enough olive oil for the day, I will take a tablespoon of that daily. But anyway, so I'm gonna make myself an omelet with a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese, and I'll show you when I'm done. So I threw the packaging away, but I like the Vermont extra sharp cheddar cheese, and I like to shred it myself because it doesn't have all those fillers in it. And honestly, I think it just tastes a lot better. So I shred it myself. I just get a small 8-ounce block. I shred it myself and I just keep it in this bag. Here is my omelet, and I just put my toast down, then I'm gonna have some butter with it. Here we have it. This is regular bread too. What kind of bread is this? I can't remember what kind it is. I just threw the packaging away, but it has Kerrygold butter on it, but this is not keto bread or anything like that. But you can absolutely replace it with keto bread if that's what you prefer. I still use Kerrygold butter because I just love it so much. I can never go back to regular non-grass-fed butter, but this is my breakfast, and time check, it's about 9:30. Here's my coffee. Sorry, I drank half of it. I have a splash of heavy whipping cream and a small amount of coffee creamer. I'll show you the coffee creamer that I use. This is the coffee creamer that I use. I like it. I have to put the expiration date on it because it expires kind of quickly. I like this coffee creamer because the ingredients are pretty clean. It has no hydrogenated oils in it that I know of, which is why it only lasts like maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks. But I didn't want all those extra yucky ingredients in it, so this is what I've been using and we like it. All right. Hubby and I are going on our walk. It's 12:52. Listen to the birds and the trucks. Just finishing up. Let me go ahead and stop my watch. This cat's 2.56 miles, 48 minutes. Feeling good. Let's see how many calories I burned. 391. All right, y'all, it's time for lunch. You know what it is. So easy. Here is the nutritional value in case you're interested. So easy. So good. So I just had my lunch, a Factor meal. This is what it was. It was the jalapeno lime cheddar chicken. It was really good. And here are the macros. Time check, it is 2:44. How was your lunch, babe?
Good. I had the shredded chicken. It's delicious.
Right?
It's one of my favorites.
Right.
By far.
Factor
I like
comes
it.
Through.
All of them are pretty good, but I like that one the best.
Good. All right, y'all, it's dinner time. And so tonight for dinner, I'm having lemon pepper chicken thighs, fried cabbage, and some rice. Now, I typically like to incorporate kale at some point during my day, but since I had this whole head of cabbage to cook, I'm not gonna make a kale salad like I typically would. So right now I'm gonna get ready to wash this up so I can fry it in my wok. I usually just like saute it. It's not like fried, but I saute it in a little bit of bacon fat. If you don't want to use bacon fat, you can use, the olive oil that I showed you. Like that, I chopped up a small onion, frying it in the bacon fat, and it smells so good. Oh, I add a little bit of olive oil too. If you're curious, I do keep a small thing of bacon fat here in this little container because it just adds so much flavor. And if you're vegan or if you're keto, this is especially a great way to add some fat into your meal. I'm gonna chop 2 garlic cloves, larger cloves to add in now. All right, it smells so good, y'all. Oh, it smells good. That fresh garlic just takes it up a notch. Now we are ready to put our cabbage in. I forgot that I like to add a little bit of better than bouillon roasted chicken base. I love this. It adds so much flavor. You got to be careful though because it is pretty salty. Yeah, the sodium is 350 milligrams in a teaspoon. So, but it adds a lot of flavor, so I just add just a tiny bit. Okay, so before I season the cabbage, I'm just like mixing this around so that it can get all that yummy stuff at the bottom, flavor at the bottom, incorporated in the cabbage, and then I'll season it with like salt, pepper, and garlic, some Worcestershire sauce, and some Goya seasoning. Here are the seasonings I'm going to use: a little smoked paprika, a little Worcestershire, salt, pepper, and Goya. I'll probably use half of this packet. I might use a whole packet. I don't know. I just have to eyeball it. So the cabbage is done. I had to they're starting to get because this is like a non-stick wok, and it was starting to get a lot of liquid in the bottom. So I just kind of dried it out. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there and just like a sprinkling of sugar like that. And now it's done. Look, it smells delicious. Just taste it to, see if it needs anything. You may want to add some onion powder and stuff. I added a little bit of garlic powder. And so now that this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my chicken and put my rice on. Put a little butter and 2 small bay leaves in there for the rice. And once this boils, I'll turn it down. Okay, now to start my chicken, finally. I'm gonna season it obviously with my lemon pepper seasoning. I'll show you my favorite lemon pepper seasoning salt, pepper, and garlic. That's it. And then I'm gonna put it on these skewers and put them in my air fryer. I hope I can fit all this. This is 6 pieces of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They weren't very big. They're about the size of my palm, a little bit smaller. And I just cut them up. As I was cleaning them in the sink, I cut them up into this bowl, so I'm gonna season them here. Of course, I have my salt, pepper, and garlic. I'm gonna add a little paprika. This is my absolute favorite lemon pepper. This Kinder's, I get it from Costco. It is so good. It's just the perfect balance of citrus and sweetness for lemon pepper. And then I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil on top. Hands all clean. This is how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and get them in the air fryer, 400 degrees, I think for like maybe 10 to 12 minutes. Then I will flip them and do another 10 minutes or so, and then dinner will be done. All right, so here I have some butter, lemon pepper seasoning, paprika, honey, a little bit of sugar, and lemon juice to put on top of our lemon pepper skewers. Almost ate this without showing you guys. Here it is drizzled. And it ended up being in the air fryer for about 25 minutes or so, because you just had so many pieces in there. Because I flipped it after 12 minutes, and then I did another 15 minutes. And here's my cabbage and my rice. This is a 1/3 cup. And now it's time to eat. Time check at 7:42. All right, so that is my day. Typically, I mean, it's not like that every day. I don't work out in the afternoons every afternoon. Sometimes we just don't have time, or sometimes my husband doesn't work from home, and so we will walk in the evenings, or sometimes I walk early in the morning. Right now the weather's really nice in Georgia. Well, sometimes the pollen's out of control. But when it gets too hot, I definitely won't be walking in the middle of the day. I'll probably walk early in the morning or late in the evening, especially when school lets out, because we'll stay outdoors a lot later and stuff like that with my girls. But yeah, but what I showed you is a typical day. And I thought I would address a couple of questions. Number one, the first question that I got in the previous video was, what time of day do I walk? And I just addressed that. I would love to start walking really early in the morning, but right now it's just hard for me to do that because I get my girls ready for school, I take them to school, then I make my husband and I breakfast, and then I like to get a few things done. Sometimes I just take an hour to myself in the morning after I eat breakfast to just like watch something on TV or scroll on my phone, just to like, before I get the day started. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but for me, it's like I'm working while my kids are at school. I'm filming, I'm editing, I'm responding to emails, I'm running my business. And then when the girls get home from school, it's like I'm focused on them. We're doing homework, I'm getting ready to cook, I clean up the kitchen, I straighten up, I'm doing laundry. So there isn't like ever any time where I'm just like to myself until my girls go to bed. And a lot of times by the time they go to bed, I'm exhausted and I'm ready to just go to bed myself. So that is why sometimes in the morning I'll take an hour to like decompress for myself. But a lot of the times, you know, I just fit it in when I can, because like I said in the previous video, when you start prioritizing your health and making it a priority, you will fit it in wherever you need to, and you will stop making excuses for yourself. Because for me, I found that I was constantly making excuses for the fact that I just didn't have time to exercise, I just don't know how to fit it in, I just don't know where to start. And you just really have to move your body and start. You know, there's so many programs out there. You don't even have to spend any money. To me, just going outside, walking in our neighborhood, or walking in the neighborhood next to ours, or going to the park and walk, that's free to do. And so, yeah, that's what I typically do. When it rains, I will either do a video, Grow with Jo. I really like her YouTube channel. I talked about that in the previous video. I am trying to incorporate more weight training. I know that was another one of my goals. Right now I'm doing it like once a week, where I'll just do some weights, but I want to start doing it every other day, just adding into my walking schedule, doing some strength training, because that was one of my original goals, that I really want to focus on strength training, because now that I'm in my 40s, I need to use those muscles. I need to exercise. I need to strengthen those muscles. Not that I don't feel strong. I just feel like I need to incorporate that habit like I am with the walking and getting the certain amount of steps. On average, I get about 10 to 12,000 steps a day with my walk. I've increased my walk from 2 miles a day to about 2.5 miles a day, sometimes more, sometimes a little less. Not for any particular reason, just because, I don't know, I find myself walking longer routes now. My goal is still the same. Like I said, I have 710 calories, but I just find myself walking a little bit more, because I found that the walks started getting really easy. All of a sudden I realized, wow, I'm already back home. That walk was really fast, you know? I'm easily, like, gradually increasing the amount of miles and mileage that I walk, and I'm enjoying it. I really do get a lot of joy from it. The second question that I got was, how much weight did you lose? Did you actually lose any weight? And honestly, that's not what I'm focused on. I don't get on the scale. I really do not get on the scale, so I cannot tell you how much weight I lost. I can, however, tell you that I'm looking good, girl. I'm looking good. Okay, all my shorts, girl, I could get them up over my booty, because before I couldn't. I really couldn't. My shorts from like 5 or 6 years ago, like I still have all my shorts. And you know, the summertime is coming, and I just pulled out all my shorts and I tried them all on, and guess what, girl? They came right on up. It wasn't a struggle bus over those thighs and my booty. It wasn't. It just came right on up. I have a few photos here to show you. So that tells me that my body composition is changing because I'm moving so much, you know? You could see what I ate throughout the day, and it's not, I don't feel like I'm restricting myself. I don't classify myself as keto anymore. I know many of you guys are, and there's nothing wrong with keto. I still think it's a great lifestyle. But for me right now, what my goals are, it's just not fitting for me with the amount of movement that I'm doing. I do try to limit like the carbs. Like I don't go crazy and eat like 4 or 5 pieces of bread or 2 or 3 Hawaiian rolls. If I'm gonna eat a Hawaiian roll, it'll be 1 Hawaiian roll. If I'm gonna have a piece of toast, it'll be 1 piece of toast. If I'm gonna have rice, I will measure it out with a cup, like a 1/4 cup of cooked rice. That's it. I don't just go ham on it like I used to. So that's the extent of me limiting my carbs, and I try to eat the clean carbs like the sweet potatoes. I do still eat white rice, you know. I eliminate the sugar, the candies and all that, the juices. I will drink a juice or have a soda occasionally, maybe once every 2 weeks or so. I find that when my cycle's getting ready to come, I want like some juice or a ginger ale or something like that. But other than that, it's strictly water, and I still have my coffee, and that's it. And the thing is, y'all, and I'm going to share with you my supplements too that I'm taking, because, you know, instead of focusing on weight, I'm focusing on how's my heart health doing? How do I feel? Am I having indigestion? Am I having any brain fog? Am I bloated? Do I feel achy? Do I have any pains in my body? Like, that's what I'm really focusing on throughout this journey, is just making sure that I'm at the maximum health for this decade, okay, of my life in my 40s. It's like I'm really truly showing up for myself. I have been showing up for myself every single day for these 77 days, and it feels really good, you know. And I started thinking like, wow, what if I showed up for myself the way I show up for my kids, or I show up for my husband, or show up for other people in my life? What if you started showing up for yourself like that? Imagine like the type of person you would be if you showed up for yourself and started doing the things that you wanted to do, that you felt would benefit your life. You are worthy of that. You deserve that. And so me showing up for myself every day has definitely made me look at myself differently. My confidence, I mean, I was a confident person before, but now I feel like my confidence is at like a brand new level. Proving to yourself that you can do the things that you thought you couldn't do, it speaks volumes, seriously, volumes. And so I'm just really thankful. I'm gonna share with you now some of the supplements that I'm taking. Now, y'all, I am not a doctor, so please do your own research. Do what it is that you need to do, but I'm gonna share with you the vitamins that I'm taking. Cause like I said, like something started changing when I got into my late 30s, where I felt like, I don't know, my hormones started just shifting. I just felt a shift. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And maybe other women, if you know what I'm talking about, you can speak a little bit about it in the comments. But, you know, I just felt like I wasn't getting enough nutrients. You know, I felt like I wasn't getting enough nutrients from my food. And there was a couple of things that were going on with my body that showed me physically what was going on with my body. Like it just wasn't, you know, doing what it's supposed to do. So let me go ahead and show you my supplements that I'm taking based on my own research. I spoke with a holistic doctor. I talked to my regular physician doctor, and this is kind of what I came up with, you know, and we came up with my plan with my doctors of what I take. So I encourage you to do your own research, listen to your own body, and advocate for yourself, because it's very important that you do that. All right, so here are the first 2 supplements. I love this. Love this stuff. I love the way it makes me feel. Here is the nutritional value. This is like a daily vitamin for me. I take the nighttime one like maybe 3 times a week, just on the nights that I feel like I need it. The nighttime one, here are the nutritional value in that. Does it help me fall asleep faster? Yes, especially on a night where, I don't know, I just feel kind of wound up. I will take this. It does not have melatonin in it or anything like that, I don't think. But these two right here, gold. I just now started taking this every other day. So many benefits to this black seed oil. It has all the omegas that you need. Great for heart health. I will start taking this every day. Right now, I'm only taking 2.5 milliliters. You really need to be up to 5 milliliters a day. And so, yeah, there's a lot of amazing benefits to this. Here is something else that I take every day is this Protana. If I don't feel like I cook enough with it, meaning like it equals a tablespoon for me to take daily, then I will take just drink a tablespoon of it. I try to make my salad dressings from this, and I cook my eggs in it, and sometimes I don't need to take the tablespoon because I've cooked enough with it. But the polyphenols in this is great. This particular brand is organic, it's cold pressed, the brand is really good because it's sourced, I think, from one single type of olive in Italy. And you can find this at Walmart. I think it's like 15 bucks. So this is what I use daily as well. I'm big on herbs. I like to use herbs if I'm not feeling well, if my allergies are acting up, or if my kids come down with like a little bit of a sniffle or something. I will take these and it knocks it right out within a couple of days. I love this stuff. So I definitely keep some of that in here. Another one that I use for allergies, but if my allergies are really acting up or if I'm really not feeling well, I will take some of this. I actually will take some of this as preventative as well. If I'm going to be around a lot of people and I just want to protect myself, I will take 4 drops of this in some water. It's incredibly strong. I mean, like, if you put a drop of this on your tongue, it'll burn your tongue. Oregano is incredibly powerful. The antibacterial properties in this is huge. Again, y'all, just do your own research. This is just, if you're interested in this kind of stuff and trying to take a more holistic approach, this is just what I'm doing. And that has worked for me. All right, my friends, so that is it. That's what I'm taking. Those are some of the reasons why I'm taking what I'm taking, and I'm feeling really good. And I do more and more research. I do a lot of research about perimenopause and see what that's like. And just that's really why I want to make sure that my body's in optimum health. I know in the comments on my last video, someone said, if you take care of yourself now, it was a woman, I believe she was in her 50s. She said, take care of yourself now because when you get ready to go through menopause in your 50s, it really helps. And all you have to do is tweak a few things. And that's why I'm really taking advice from women who are older than me, who have been, walk this road. And for me, I'd like to give advice to people who are 10, 15, 20 years younger than me. If you are 20, 25, 30, 35, take care of yourself and show up for yourself now. You deserve to do that. It's really important. You want to show your kids like what it is to take care of yourself and have self-care and everything like that. So that's really where I'm feeling right now. I'll give you guys an update in another month, but I'm feeling good, girl. I hope you guys are feeling good too. Leave a comment down below and let me know, where are you in your journey? A lot of you said you started walking every day. Are you still walking every day? What is it like? Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for supporting my sponsors, you guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.